My name is John and I'm at Paint School on Instagram. I've done over $15 million in paint jobs and I'm based out of Huntington Beach, California. Aaron is at Alpha Painting on Instagram. He's managed huge commercial projects with impossible timelines and now is a few years into building his own operation out of Branson, Missouri.
And you should probably check out our full process videos on YouTube because they're pretty badass.
Our point in doing this podcast is to put our 40 plus years of combined experience to the test. We've seen a decline in the industry, and while I think it's a bit arrogant to think we can change it, we're giving it a shot. Listen up and let us know what you think. This is Paint Sniffers Podcast.
All right, we're back on episode 20 this time around. All right, so that's 20 weeks down. Actually, a few more than that because we started dicking around for a few weeks before we started actually posting anything. All right, so we're making some progress. I think we can get caught up first. You said you're going to be doing some floating soon. Is that what it's called? Or rafting?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think because I live where I live, they call it floating.
Yeah.
Like how they call soda sody pop.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I say that to my kids. All right, so for people who don't live on lakes or rivers, what is that? Because I didn't know what it was. We do like some, I think in La Jolla around here, you can float for like, I don't know, 200 yards, but not very long. You're talking about doing hours of it?
Yeah, there's a river south of us called the Buffalo. There's hundreds of miles of river to float, and we're going to go float in the current river, I think, north of us. But I'm going to take off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I think it's going to fucking probably be thunderstorming, so we'll have to have some emergency ponchos, I guess.
Route.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take like a bag with me or whatever, so we'll pull over, and I can cook lunch or do whatever. It's too fucking hot to camp, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, that we'll probably do one of those, float, camp out, float.
So are there like rapids or is it just like a calm float? Are you paddling?
There can be. It depends on the river, but usually that they're pretty easy going floats. Slow, and it's just more like scenic, dude. You're looking at like 60 100 plus foot limestone bluffs and shit like that. Caves.
Yeah, that's cool. That's one thing you get being almost anywhere besides Southern California. We don't have shit like that around. It's like concrete and houses. That's it.
Well, you guys, but California has every fucking known scenery, desert.
Well, you got to travel. Well, because California's so fucking big. Yeah.
Mountains, fucking beach.
Yeah. Away from the beach. So the mountains.
Skid Row.
Yeah. Yeah. You get everything. Everything you want to see. Fucking Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's amazing how bad Hollywood is, but like everyone wants to see it. Everyone wants to visit Hollywood. That's like one of the worst places in Southern California, probably, as far as how
until
dirty
you
and
fucking
dangerous.
Get all wrapped up on Epstein's Island.
Yeah. I've heard that's very scenic too, though. So, all right. Okay. So floating. Oh, what else? We've got, so we're going to do a big giveaway for our 25th episode. We'll be a quarter of the way to 100. That's like 6 months, maybe a little more than 6 months of doing this thing. So we're going to do a giveaway. Have we decided on what we're going to give away in this one?
Yeah. So what was that gun labeled?
Oh, the FTX Graco.
Yes. So we're gonna give away an FTX Graco gun. Now I know that it's not a fucking PC and it's not a contractor, but the reasoning behind it, and for one, this gun spits less than the new PC anyway.
It's a nice gun.
Yeah, it's a good gun. It's a 4-finger, but the reason we're going to give away this gun is because we're also going to be giving away a Hyde telescoping extension, and this gun fits best into the extension. So
And I've used that extension a bunch. The nice thing about that extension is you have a separate hand control. So it's not like using a pull where, like on a pull, you'll get your 6 feet, but you're going to have to put a one shot. Is it one shot? Quick shot? What is that valve that shuts off the spitting at the end of a pull?
oh yeah, a clean shot.
Clean shot. There you go. If you use a pole and you do any kind of like trying to maintain the spits, you got to put a clean shot on the end of it. This one, you're basically just extending your gun out. And the other nice thing about this one is it extends. There's like different lengths you can set it at.
Yeah.
They're really cool. And I think Aaron, you've got a bunch of videos or a bunch of content of you using these things. And I've
Yeah,
used them a
dude,
bunch too.
they will fucking change your life, dude. I'm talking like you could, if you implement them into your system, I mean, there's very few things in this industry to where you can completely change the game. I mean, we've talked about it before. Like, there's three main ways of doing things, and you can take those three methods and make a multitude of different ways of doing things and still be effective.
Mm-hmm.
But there's every once in a while there's something that can greatly change the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those, the telescoping extensions for sure will do it if you figure out how to effectively implement them into your shit. But like, you could be looking at, not having to get on a ladder, once you do your masking and stuff like that, and you know, increasing your productivity by, probably 3-4 fold.
Yeah.
So
Even the workload that it saves, like not being up and down the ladder, they're really nice and being adjustable, being able to adjust the angle of the gun. Um, I've used them a bunch. I first tried it like a few years ago, just on a whim. Like, we'll see if this thing works. It kind of looks like a piece of shit when you look at it online, you know.
yeah.
Um, but they're good and they hold up really well. The top head I think is still replaceable.
Yeah, so
Um,
that wire, like, dude, if you're putting on like, hundreds and hundreds of gallons of paint,
mhm.
you might, every 5, 6, 700 gallons, you might break
Yeah.
one of the end pieces, so the cable might break. But they
Hmm.
sell replacement heads, and the cool thing
Yeah.
about that too is they make them in 3 different sizes. So you have, the short size, mid size, and the tall size. You can't quote me on it, but I think the shorty is like 3 to 6 foot, and the
Mm.
middle is like 6 to like 9 foot or some shit like that, and then the big
Hmm.
one is like 9 to 12 or 9 to 14 or
I didn't
something
even
like
know
that.
they had
But
those other sizes. Yeah, I think I've only
yeah,
used like a 6 to 9.
yeah. So I'll have all three of them out and the gun clipped in, and
You
if
could
I
just
need to
pop it
change
on and
sizes,
off.
I'll pull the replacement head off and just pop it into a different size pole, and we'll run around and do everything. And then once we're down to ground level, I'll pull the gun out of the clip and then bring
Yeah,
everything to ground
nice.
level. Now, also, like, if you get good with the thing, dude, and you're not in a bunch of weird tight spaces, like, you can just go from roof line all the way to the ground and not even have to clip out. So
Yeah,
it's more about just practice and kind of figuring out how to implement it into your system. But I think with all the shit out there, it's probably one of the most useful things that I don't think I could go without. You know,
they're definitely nice. All right, so that'll be a Graco FTX gun, and then the Hyde extension, the telescopic extension.
now
And then we'll.
we're not going to make it easy in terms of how the giveaway is going to be.
Mhm.
So we're talking about it now on episode 20, starting on episode 21 to episode 25. The way it's going to work is we're going to have a 10-letter word that is painting related. Um, from episode 21 to episode 25, we will place 2 letters in each episode that you will have to compile and put your word together. And we will, on the very last episode we're talking about this, we will release a time and a date, and whoever figures the word out first and descrambles it and sends the email first is the one who wins.
Are we going to do it through email, or are we going to do it through like a Instagram, Paint Sniffer Instagram, and have somebody post first?
Can we document the timestamp on DMs and Instagram?
I'll double check.
Yeah.
But the email, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
but
we'll
get
figure
the
it out.
details on that. It's either going to be email or Instagram post.
Yeah, on the 25th episode, you'll have the details on that then of where you're going to be sending the answers to.
Yeah.
And there's no second place.
Yeah, we're figuring there will be, I mean, most people should probably be able to figure out what it is as long as you go through the episodes and pick it out. And then it's going to be a matter of time. Who can time it the quickest and get their response in there?
Yeah. I don't believe in second place.
Yeah.
There's first and
first
there's
loser.
Last place.
Yeah.
If you're not first, you're last.
That's a fucking great movie.
Dude, when fucking Dripless first got on here, I was like, oh, cool. They have all these cool videos. Like, they had like odd sexual themed videos that they were putting out. And like nobody, they didn't have any followers. And I started pumping them up, you know, and like sending, hey, dude, check out Dripless's fucking deal. And, you know, we've been using Dripless cock guns for, you know, shit since they came out. And they did this contest to where whoever came up with the most creative way to fucking show a cocking gun disposal, you know, like throwing away your old dripping cocking gun to switching to a dripless. And I came up with this fucking video to where, you know, like I'm fucking working, and then I'm like, I start to think, I'm like, oh, fuck, where's Raymond? You know, and you know, I run and I fucking check on him, and he's just got a regular cocking there on a windowsill, just dripping on the ground.
Yeah.
And so I grab the cocking gun and I ram it up his ass, and he's like puking up cocking, and fucking then I'm, you know, there's like scenes of me like dragging his body through the house, and then like a one of those like security cameras fucking in black and white of me like loading him up, looking around, loading his dead body up in the truck. And then an ending scene of me fucking burying him underneath a drop cloth, you know, like,
did you win the contest?
Yeah. They said that fucking, that it was fucked up how creative it was and blah, blah, blah. And like, it was distinct that I won, you know, but then they did the thing where they handed out participation trophies. So the reason I told that story is there's no fucking second place. Now I just buy dripless cocking guns now. I don't talk to them anymore. But no, whatever, I'll buy their shit.
Yep. Good stuff. Good tools.
I think participation trophies is what has ruined this country.
It's getting weird. I've got kids in sports now, and it's definitely different atmosphere than what I grew up with. But I've been, so I was like an assistant coach on my kids' baseball team this last season, and doing it again for fall. And it seems to mostly be dependent on how the coaches are. You know, the leagues make you give out participation trophies to everybody, which I don't think is that uncommon, but with the coaching, it could still be a like, hey, you know, we want to win, or hey, we don't want to make mistakes, or whatever, right? Like you still coach the kids in like a traditional way. But it's interesting because you get some teams that are like, the coach is like super competitive. These kids are like 6 years old, you know?
Yeah.
And so this is their first year in farm league, which is coach pitch. You know, they did T-ball last year, coach pitch. In the fall, they're going to do kid pitch. You know, they're pitching to each other. And so this last season, some of the coaches are super competitive. And you're supposed to, like at this age, you want all the kids to play all the positions, you know, like just get some experience everywhere. But you get some of the coaches that are like playing the really good kids, like in the infield. So they'll have like first base and shortstop are the two best kids out there, and they play there the whole game. So they're just fucking getting outs. Like the kid at shortstop's running all the way to second base to get a ground ball and make the out at first, or running to the outfield and throwing. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy, man. Pretty wild.
Yeah, shit's fucking weird.
Yep, it's real weird. All right, so I think touching on last week we did some marketing talk. We're gonna do a go in deep on marketing and accounting. We've had a few messages about that, trying to get it. I don't know, maybe some more explanations or ideas on how to get it started for like a smaller company type. I think any companies that are doing like, I don't know, let's say 500,000 plus probably have to do some kind of accounting just to cover all that money. Like I didn't do much accounting probably until I was like probably $400,000 or $500,000 in sales. Before that was like fucking whatever, you know. With my bookkeeper, I just tell her how much I spent on materials. Um, you only need the receipts and everything if you get audited, but even then, you can come up with bank statements or whatever. But there are easy ways to keep track of accounting and to learn how to do it. And there are certain softwares like I use QuickBooks, which is, I mean, I could use this all the way up to, you know, $50 million in business if I want to, but it's pretty overbuilt if you're doing like $100,000 a year, unless you already know how to use the system. But it's like a double entry accounting, which is like, you know, in order to enter a payment from a customer to like receive a payment, you have to have an invoice created that will accept that payment. So you have to have those two things. You can't just enter a payment. If you just enter a payment that somebody made, the it's not going to balance out correctly. So
Really? Because
I
I think that's how I've been fucking. My QuickBooks is tied to my bank account. And
uh-huh.
so when we do all of the like year end shit, or
Mm-hmm.
if we're tracking everything fucking quarterly, like it
Yeah.
shows all of my income, and then I have to go through the bank statements and
Yeah.
decide what is,
Separate them. Yeah.
yeah, separate everything. But I honestly don't know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes
Do
to
you make
QuickBooks. So
invoices like for customers' payments?
uh yeah, I mean, I invoice them, but I don't do that through QuickBooks. I do all of my paperwork on Excel, and
Yeah.
I bill
Okay.
them that way. And then I just see, like, everything that went in the bank account and everything that goes out of the bank account. I just
Mm-hmm.
dig through it and
So you're just
claim.
matching payments.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, that
So,
what is this
but then you don't have all of your clients inputted into QuickBooks, right? You're just
No.
payments in, payments out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So in order to do like reporting, if you want to go through the reports, um, so like for mine, I can go through and look at specific clients, how much they've spent. I can know like if clients owe me money based on my QuickBooks accounting. So like right now, I'm sure I'm owed like, you know, $5,000 in back payments from people who didn't pay the last 200, or, you know, a lot of little bullshit like that, or people that paid cash, you know, we didn't record it. Um, just kidding. We always record all of our payments, even if they're cash. Okay, so in our QuickBooks, we can keep track of like who owes us money, how much they owe us, our accounts receivable for future invoices, all that stuff. As long as we create invoices with a client. So if a client like signs a contract, we open up an invoice for that client. Now that's an account receivable, and it's, you know, they're usually future accounts, but it helps us keep track of sales for the month, sales for next month, sales for last month, and then we can look at year over year on all of our sales, all of our estimates. So like I'm able to search all of that stuff through there where you can't, you know, because you're not creating your estimate in QuickBooks, right?
No, nope. It's
Yeah.
separate.
So for ours, unless you're keeping a separate accounting of that, I can go back and look at how many jobs we've estimated, how much in dollar amount we've estimated. Um, so like right now, when we're looking at this year potentially being a down year. I'm looking at like June 2022 versus 2021 versus 2018, and I can compare those 4 months together through the reports in QuickBooks. And then I can see what those months look like. And maybe 2018 is better than 2022, or vice versa, whatever. But so doing accounting through QuickBooks, if you enter customers in there and create invoices in there, that's how you would do um, your double entry accounting. So you're entering invoice to accept payment and then entering payment to offset that. And then you would still do the same thing where you're switching out like where the payments go, when it's matched to your bank account. You're
Yeah.
then matching, materials expense. And you could even tie that to your customers too, to the job sites.
Dude,
We don't do that, but you
I
can.
have to like really dig deep into that shit. Like I've put my whole life into this industry, you know what I mean?
Right.
And most everything, the things that I've fucking died for, has just been field stuff. And
Yep.
I've really enjoyed like the, the video production stuff,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, and documenting the industry. I've enjoyed like the psychological aspects of, um, you know, sales and figuring that out. Like, for example, I'd been starting to get nervous, dude, but like we're booked until, November, end of November, 1st of December, um, with our summer schedule. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not nervous about running out of work, but I've noticed like the phone calls start to taper off. But I just booked our first winter job. It's an interior complete repaint of a condo,
Mm-hmm.
and fucking dude, like the thing of it is like I was the higher price. I've got it was a competitive bid, and two of the other companies are just they've been around for a while, and they primarily do one of them does new construction, the other kind of primarily does cabinets and shit like that. But um the previous painter had fucking ruined this place, dude. An older guy, he ran a painting company in this area for like 40 plus years, and he finally got to the stage to where he couldn't keep shit going, so he
Mm-hmm.
just has a bunch of these shitty employees working for him. But whatever, I just I sold another one, you know that was higher price, and did it by just talking to people and submitting videos and yada yada. And so I enjoy that aspect. I enjoy the estimating. um, I enjoy writing proposals and all that shit. I
Yep.
fucking hate looking at fucking the money stuff, and the fucking QuickBooks, and I gotta
Yeah.
cut checks, and I gotta figure tax stuff out. Like, fuck all that, dude. I hate it. I
Yep.
fucking hate it.
The money stuff is fun when you have money in the bank. Like then it's
Yeah.
like a game, Then it becomes more like a game if there's money flowing. I don't always have money flowing. So we do a lot of business, but we have plenty of times where the cash is actually tight. Um, but I also use a spreadsheet to manage my cash flow. Like this is one that we built ourselves. And I think at some point we're gonna share this. I don't. We're trying to figure out if we're gonna do a website or a Patreon or something like that where we can share like actual physical content. But this spreadsheet is one where we're just gonna share it at some point. But it's what I use to manage my cash flow. And maybe we'll see if we can put it on the live feed at some point in one of these episodes. Um, but it basically shows what my runway is. So like if I have I have it, it's week by week and it shows totals for the week. I have fixed bills that come out every single month, and they're like on the 15th every month or on the first every month. Like my shop rent is on due on the first every month. So it's just in there as a negative, $3,000. So I have a running total, and it basically, I punch in my number of cash that I have in one of the boxes. So if I have 10 grand in cash, or in the business expense account, $10,000. And then it's basically just subtracting all those bills off of that 10 grand. And then I have line items in there where it's like, it'd be exterior payment one, $10,500. Maybe that's all I get for this week. And then next week is exterior payment two, $6,400. Whatever the payments are that are coming in. If I know when they're going to come in, more or less, I put them in there as positive items. And so everything just calculates against itself. Right? It's like if I start with 10K and I've got 3,000 coming off this week, now I'm at 7K, and I got, $1,500 in a paint bill. Now I'm at 5,500, and then that $9,500 payment kicks in. Now, boom, I'm up to whatever that is, 14 grand. So it's this running total, and I can see when I'm going to run out of money. So like right now, I know that that account is going to be at zero, like September 15th or something like that. Right. Like if I don't book any more jobs right now, that account is going to go to zero by September 15th or 20th or whatever it is. There's some point where I'm going to be at zero. And if I don't book anything for all of September, I'm going to be at negative $18,000, and if I go into
Is
October, I'm
that
going to be
in?
negative $55,000.
Is that including like projected payroll and shit?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So I put everything in there that's going to come into that account and out of that account. So that's payroll expenses. That's my taxes, payroll taxes. It's my workers' comp. It's liability insurance. Like every single expense that is going to come in or out of that account, I put it in that spreadsheet. And it's literally just a running total. It's like a very simple spreadsheet to use. But I fucking look at the thing every day, like sometimes 5 times a day, and I just constantly work out of that thing. Because all I'm trying to do is figure out our runway, and then extend it. And I know when there's going to be plenty of extra cash in there, so I'll put in a line item like move $5,000 of savings or whatever, or fucking, you know, buy a wakeboard tower for the boat. But so I can
I
plan for
told
that shit though, for real, you know.
I told my last boss I wanted a company card, and the first thing I was gonna buy was a fucking collector's editions of Garbage Pail Kids cards.
Are those things worth anything now?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
I have
feel like
no
all that
idea.
shit. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
it
all that
should be.
stuff was going to be worth money. Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
I saw an article on pennies, like rare pennies that are worth like $300,000.
Yes, I've seen that
And
too, and it makes me hate myself because I'm sure I've had hundreds of them. You know.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's funny. I was like, fuck. I went and looked through pennies that I had like in my little change drawer, and I found one that was like a 1941 or 52 or something like that, and looked it up, and one place was like $5,000 and another place was like 15 cents.
Yeah.
So it's worth more than a penny. I don't know how much more. I've always wanted to like find treasure. Like I think I would love to go fucking diving for treasure, or like hunting in the jungle for treasure, minus all
Yeah.
the like bugs.
Yeah, that would be
But
cool.
yeah, I've always had I don't know, some kind of desire or dream to seek out treasure somehow.
Yeah, I thought about that. I liked archaeology and shit and like
Yeah.
ancient history when I was a kid. So I
Yeah.
became a fucking painter.
Same here. That's the clearest path, right, to
Yeah.
get there. um, there's all kinds of crazy shit that they're finding nowadays. Like with LiDAR and everything, they're finding like underground cities that they could never see before because it's just
Yeah.
overgrown. It's wild.
One time I painted over a spider in like a huge condo development,
Hmm.
and like, you know, there's one of those like, you know, 20, 30,000 gallon projects, and I came back doing punch. I came across that same spider. I scraped it off the wall
Yeah.
and touched it up.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So accounting, what do you do? Do you keep track of your money at all? Like, are you pen and paper? Or are you just like idea in your head of how much you have, how much you need to
Yeah, dude,
spend?
I keep everything kind of in my head, and um we're small, dude, and I like I said, in comparison to some of the other companies in this town, I it's me and Jeremiah, and we tinker with fucking trying to hire other people, and um we're probably doing larger numbers than like 6, 7, 8 man crews.
Yeah.
um but um I just, you know what I mean, like I just know by feel, like, oh fuck, this job's not doing that good, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, it's taking
Yeah.
too fucking long. Right now I'm doing good, man. I got money in savings that I don't foresee having to touch, and then my business account is doing pretty decent,
Mm-hmm.
and there's more coming, so I'll probably be able to put more in savings, and
Yeah.
shit's looking good going into winter. Um, we're on a big project right now that we've gotten knocked out decent. I've been afforded to be able to purchase like $6,000 in pump jacks between that job and kind of just doing some planning and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having to take a hit on renting a larger lift than expected, but with several of the jobs that I have going on right now, I've kind of bumped my schedule forward. But that
Yeah.
fucking house throughout the winter, dude, kind of threw my whole summer off. So I've been backtracking, getting everything back on track and shit. So things are starting to look a bit better. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So like that, it's a really good feeling to put money into savings and to have a little cushion. Like maybe the best feeling for me when it comes to business. Um, I spent so fucking long not having savings, like pretty much being check to check, you know? Um, and like that was such a big stressful part of the job was living that tight on money. And like I had so many times where it was like, all right, I got to get creative. You know, where am I going to pull money from? How am I going to figure this out? I didn't have good credit, like for the last, I don't know, 10 years. I've had good credit for the last 8 years, maybe, but 10 years before that, I had bad credit. So it's not like I could just borrow money. I don't come from money. So it's not like I could borrow family money or anything like that. So it was like figure shit out, like
yeah,
if a contractor's like, oh, I'm not going to pay you that 5 grand this week, you got to wait until I get paid. Then it's like, fuck, what am I going to do?
it,
Like
it's
I'm supposed to
crazy
pay
how
my
that
guys
shit
fifteen
works
hundred
too.
bucks.
If you look at it, like and that's kind of why we wanted to do this podcast. One, I wanted to be able to learn from you. I'm sure there's some shit you may have wanted to learn from me, but
Yeah.
also all the help shit that's out there is geared towards getting people without experience that fucking might be able to get a loan and getting them into the fucking industry. We want to
Yeah.
fucking help people that have fucking been trapped in this
Mm-hmm.
shit, and
Yeah.
use their experience as a means to be able to be fucking independent, because I was that fucking guy for fuck, I don't, what was it, like 22 years, dude, where I'm
Yeah.
just making
Mm-hmm.
everyone else rich. And I mean, the good thing about it is I have ample fucking field experience, but for me, it's like refreshing to get to learn different aspects of the coatings industry, business,
Yeah.
sales, fucking, estimating, and fuck, dude, like, yeah, like I think there is a point that is too early. There's a number that's too early, and you kind of have to ask
Yeah.
yourself, do I want to be the guy that goes in and I'm going to prosper right off the bat in the field, or do I want to constantly learn from my mistakes? So that's shit that people have to do themselves, but you know
Yeah.
they have to answer their own fucking question in terms of that. But yeah, I got
Yeah.
off topic, dude. I had a point to make and I totally spaced
Well,
it
it
off.
came
But
from I spent a lot of time like check to check and
yeah,
figuring out how I was going to make payroll.
yeah, yeah. But yeah. So isn't that weird though? You look and you're like, hey, I'm a fucking, I don't know what starting pay was for you, but for me it was $5 an hour.
Yeah, when I
Like,
started, it was like 7 or 8.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I was $5 an hour because I was 14 years old and I was the fucking boss's kid. Everyone
All
else
right.
got $8 an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like 3 years in and I'm fucking smoking like everyone I'm working around, and they're
Yeah.
fucking making $3 an hour more than me. You know what I mean? And I got
Yeah.
pissed because I bitched about it, and they gave me a 25-cent raise, and I got pissed, and I went to work for their competitor for starting
Yeah.
pay. So
Yeah.
but it's weird,
Yes.
dude. You look at how things were, and then I spent my entire fucking career struggling, and the way I think I made up for that was pride. Like, okay, this, I'm stuck in this, I could quit and I could go to work in a different trade, but then I'm going to take a pay cut and I got to work my way back up. And it was already a fucking nightmare, quitting a job and having to work your way back up through a different fucking company. It's like a never ending fucking
Yeah.
cycle. It's insanity.
Yep.
And fucking to look at like how far I came in the industry. I'm not talking about pay, dude. I'm talking about experience,
Hmm.
to the point of like I've made more progress I think in my life in the last fucking 3 years than I have in fucking 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just weird how that fucking works. Now, I would not want to be the guy that's like, hey, I've been painting a year or two and then I'm going to make that difference in 3 or 4 years. I
Yeah.
don't think that's possible.
Right.
Maybe if you're like a business guy and you just fucking you're writing checks all day, you might be able to make some shit happen. But I'm just talking about solely, it's a cool thing to be a fucking field guy and to finally break out of it and be
Yeah.
independent. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I think there's a difference in like the mindset's different too though, because you were in the field working for companies way longer than I was. I was in the
Yeah.
field for a very long time, but the majority of my time was working for myself. But I was hypercritical of myself too, as if I were working for a company. So it was like I would guarantee that you learned faster than I did. Um, let's say because I think I worked like maybe 4 years for companies before going out on my own full time. Maybe a little over, somewhere in there. But the learning that I did for that next 5 years, let's say we both go through our first 4 years of painting for the next 5 years. So from like year 4 to year 9, um, I bet you learned more than I did.
Well, it
I
was
bet,
in commercial production, it was repetition. Like, dude, I don't know how it's not. I don't. I guess it's not fucking common, but you would fucking caulk until your fingers bled and then some, or what I mean.
right.
There could be just 1 year of doing nothing but masking for an
Yeah.
individual guy, or
Yeah.
10
Yeah. Yeah.
fucking individual guys. So we got to learn so much of one thing that everybody was good. And then, later on, I took it to the next fucking level, when I'm running field logistics and taking it further and further and further. And I think that's what kept me running field logistics for other companies and not going into business for myself was I'm I'm hypercritical and I'm always trying to figure out how to get something done faster and make it look cleaner. And I was just wrapped up in doing that, and in my previous relationship, like I was the only source of income, so it would be a huge fucking gamble, like, oh hey, I'm gonna fucking not have a job and I'm just gonna go out there and struggle and try and figure out how to start my own business.
Yeah.
No, I put my fucking head down and just grinded and fought for more money wherever the fuck I was, by
That's definitely a big difference.
yeah, by
Yeah.
figuring out how to innovate and do things that, were not humanly fucking possible, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I got wrapped up in that for, I think, for way too fucking long personally, but
Probably.
yeah.
Probably longer than you needed to. So for
Yeah.
me, I couldn't stand working for people. Like I was a good employee. I followed the directions. I followed the rules. I wasn't like I was a good employee. And I think if I had been paid more or been paid fairly in my eyes, for like what I could accomplish and how I could manage and all that, I would have stayed at least longer, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but I really hated like having to be there every day at 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. no matter what, having to stay until 3:30 or 4 or 4:30 every day no matter what. Like you're not leaving early. It doesn't matter if you haul ass today or if you go slow today. You're still staying here till 4 o'clock or
Yeah.
4:30 or whatever it is. You
I
know?
got I got personally got sick of, like following someone else's lead that didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And
Yeah.
that was what drug me into just exclusively running field logistics, was making sure that no one else on the fucking planet can do what I can fucking do it as fast
Yeah.
as I can do it as clean as I can do it, and proving that over and fucking over and over and over again, and just constantly taking it to the next level. I got lost in that, but I think it was solely out of the fact that I fucking didn't want to listen to other people. I didn't want to drag ass. I didn't want to do shit
Yeah.
backwards. And,
Hmm.
like there's so much, in my area anyway, it just seems like everything's so lax. There's always a better way to do something. There's always somebody that's better at doing it. And I just never felt like I could never get behind anybody. You know what I mean? Like I
Hmm.
had my
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
vision. I had my own vision, but I couldn't execute it until I fucking pretty much got to the point to where I didn't have anything left to lose. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
fuck this. I'm not doing it for anybody but myself anymore.
Yeah. Well, the other thing for me, the big driver was that like I had three brothers, and so there are four of us boys in the house. My parents were like middle income, I guess. My dad did air conditioning. My mom worked at a grocery store part time, and so we didn't have a lot of money between four boys. We're all like 5 years apart is the biggest gap. So it's a lot of clothes, it's a lot of shoes, it's a lot of food. So we weren't like poor or anything, but I didn't have like I couldn't just get new shoes whenever I felt like it. Like I skateboarded a lot through like I don't know from seventh grade to end of high school, and getting skateboards was difficult. Because like we were doing some pretty heavy tricks and breaking boards and shit. And like I have to figure out creative ways to get a skateboard to get a new deck. Um, and so And then I had times where like I wasn't buying Vans shoes. I was getting fucking like the Payless version of Vans, like the ones that looked like Vans, but they were knockoffs. Um, and so shit like that, it bothered me when I was younger. And
Yeah.
so I for sure had a lot of motivation to make money. I wanted to make money. And so I worked my ass off for the companies that I worked for. And once I got pretty good, it was like, all right, I know I can like I could do the math. I'm worth more to you than 17 an hour. Like if you'll
Yeah.
pay me 20, I'll stick around. Um, but it's also, I'm like a fucking 21-year-old kid with 3 or 4 years experience asking for $20 an hour in like 2001 or something like that. It was
Yeah.
like, that's what fucking 40-year-old men with, 15, 20 years of experience are getting paid. So it wasn't happening. Um, but when I started doing side jobs just on weekends only, I would, if I got a side job, I'd do it on a weekend. I still kept my normal job. So I'm just working 6 or 7 days a week. And that went on for like 6 months, 8 months, something like that. Before I finally like took the plunge, and just went for it. Um, the nice thing at that point is I was young. I didn't need a lot of money. My rent at that time for an apartment was like $600 a month. Um, I had a little car payment maybe and a cell phone payment. So I didn't need to make a lot of money. And there, just like now, there's like nobody doing small jobs. Nobody will come and paint one door. Nobody that's good anyway. If you can find somebody that'll come and paint one door for you, They're probably going to show up late or not show up at all. Um, or they're going to be like me and charge you a $450 minimum. Like take your pick between those two. There aren't a lot of good, reputable people that'll do one door for like $150.
Yeah.
Um, and so I had such a good niche, just doing that. And so when I was doing weekends only, and I could make like $600 in a weekend, and then I would go to work and make $600 for 5 days worth of work, where I had to fucking follow orders. I had to be there on time. I could only take my lunch break at a certain time. I had to be back by a certain time. I had to stay till a certain time. Like I hated that structure.
Yeah.
And I hate that structure now too. I wish I didn't have to do that with my employees. I wish it would be more like come and go kind of shit with my employees. Um, but a
Or
lot of
you're
people are not very
working,
responsible.
you get stuck working for somebody that's, eventually I got to the stage to where, I'm working for people that have, way less experience than I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but there was still like companies that were successful where you could tell, dude, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He just started a painting company and then hired painters, and he's kind of making shit up as he goes. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude, there was so many times in my career to where I couldn't just be a number on a fucking piece of paper and be working for somebody that didn't know like who were the fucking knock around guys and who were the fucking dumbasses and shit. Like I could
Yep.
never work for those companies beyond a certain point.
Yep. Yeah. I really wish there were a way to do, and I've thought about like this 4 day work week thing where it's, 4 10-hour days and then Friday off every week. I've kicked that idea around for a while. I still probably will eventually do it. Um, I don't like the 40 hours a week working 5 days a week. You get your weekends. I've never been a fan of that concept. And I think we've got it wrong somehow. The problem is you get people that are not as motivated. Like I'm very motivated. I would rather work my ass off for a short amount of time and then have lots of free time than take it easy and have less free time. I'm just I would rather do it that way. But not everybody's like that. So if I say, hey, out of 20 guys, how many of them want to cut out at 6 o'clock and get paid for 8? But you're actually going to get 8 hours of work done in those 6 hours and just haul ass, or 4 hours, or 5 hours, right? We're just going to haul ass for 5 hours and then fucking take the rest of the day off. Out of 20, how many are going to do that? And actually get 8 hours worth of work, or whatever, a good
Yeah.
solid 5 hours of work done in those 5 hours. Instead, I'm going to end up with, 5 people that are getting good work done those 5 hours, and then 15 people that are only doing a shitty 5 hours worth of work.
Yeah.
Just
I had a
cruising.
buddy that served in Desert Storm, and he worked on fucking jets and shit, or he'd be the dude strapping bombs and shit on jets. I'd ask
Yeah,
him, well, how many people have you killed? And he's like none, but like indirectly maybe
yeah, yeah.
hundreds, thousands maybe. But
Right.
anyway, he said that they would take the in Desert Storm, what they would do is they would take the what is it, the A10 Warthog. You have the side engines, and they would do like bombing runs and shit, and then they would
Mm-hmm.
fucking fly back in and keep the plane running, strap more bombs and ammunition on it, and make more runs. And he said that they wouldn't turn them off because when you turn them off, they'd start leaking
Hmm.
oil and you'd start having problems. He said that they'd
Yeah,
just keep them running, strap new shit on, or swap pilots or do whatever. But that's how I feel, dude. Like, when that's how I used to feel back in the day, was like, if you take days off, you start fucking falling apart and you get out of the swing of things. And especially
yeah,
when you're running like 12, 15, 18-hour fucking days and shit.
yeah,
Like, if you slow fucking down, dude, you're going to slow down too much. But
yeah,
like right now for me, like we're because it's so fucking hot, I'm getting up at like 4:30. getting ready, fucking going to pick the guys up, meeting, between 5 and 5:30 and whatever, and then we're on the job at 6, and then we're trying to knock off at 2. So I'm trying to run 5/8, but for me that's like a fucking vacation, dude, compared to my
Yeah.
my life. So
Normal schedule. Yeah.
I don't really have I don't know. I don't have a game plan. I would be fine with 4 10s or whatever and having an extra day off, but in the back of my head, I know that more time off means that that fucking weekend's gonna kind of get you to where you're not going to be effective very much on
Yeah.
Monday, and come Tuesday, you're gonna have to be kind of trying to get back into the swing of things, and if you're
Well,
going
it's a big
hard.
difference though.
If you're
Yeah.
going
It's a
hard, I
big
just kind of
difference.
feel like you just don't fucking stop going hard,
Yeah. It's a big difference when it's your company too, though,
Yeah.
versus you're an employee for a company. When it's your company, it's like the more you put in, the more you get out.
Yeah.
So if you want fucking 3-day weekends all the time, like it's on you. You're going to slow down
Yeah.
your own production. For me, it's like I want to have, um, my employees be really motivated, and they're not in a position that I am where I can do way more of what I want with my own time. So give them a little piece of it. Let's, bust our asses 4 days a week and then have a 3-day weekend every week.
Yeah.
But like I said, the motivation thing is weird. Um, well, I was gonna say something. I lost it.
Yeah, dude, I'm open to experimenting with fucking, something more effective, but like I said, I'm enjoying just, working regular 8-hour days. And it seems too like starting at 6 fucking o'clock, dude. It's cool. Um, the sun just came up, and it seems like the day goes faster. Like
Yeah,
everybody just gets down, and then before you know it, it's fucking 2 o'clock. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yep. I had a period in time where um it was like some running total of how many days I went with like no days off. And I think the furthest I ever got was like 50, I want to say it was like 56 or 57 days. No days off, like days work straight.
Yeah.
And I remember like one of the problems was I would fucking spend money on shit during that period, so I didn't save a whole lot of money. Um but yeah, that was some people talk about that stuff as like a badge of honor, and then some people talk down about that as like, well, you're just working so hard to make up for your bad pricing or your whatever. Um, but I enjoyed that period of time in my life. Like that was probably mid 20s, I would say, when I was doing that. Mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
I would just fucking work as much as I could. Like, nothing was off limits. Night jobs, day jobs, weekend jobs, whatever. Do
Yeah.
everything.
Like, dude, in all honesty, I would rather just be at work than be floating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Thursday and Friday, like I have so much shit I got to get done, and fucking
Yeah,
blah blah fucking blah. Like I would almost rather just be at fucking work. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's tough. I've had moments in time where, like we would try to do like a 4-day vacation. Like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Thursday and Friday for me are like I would rather just be in the office, get all my
Yeah.
shit tightened up really nicely, get everything buttoned up, and then really enjoy Saturday and Sunday. Nobody's working, on any of my jobs. I don't have to answer the phone to for anyone. And then I could really enjoy myself. I've done this shit like every year for the last 10 years, however long I've had like, multiple employees. In the winter time, like I'm always able to book projects between Christmas and New Year's, and um, the week before Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's, and the week after New Year's. Always been able to book projects. There's commercial stuff that comes up or whatever. Um, and every fucking year I regret doing it, because it's like I have to be at least a little bit in work mode. Like
Yeah.
I got to be available for a phone call or a payment or a whatever. Um, But most of my guys need to work, they're paycheck to paycheck, and they're not saving money to take a week off. And
Yeah. I don't think I've actually turned off, in like the last 4 years. Like, well, I've
hmm,
went on a fucking cruise and we flew out to California, went to Catalina and shit. And
hmm,
that was when I proposed to my old lady. Um,
yeah.
and then we've went to North Carolina, and other than that, dude, like I think we've went, just locally doing lake shit, boat shit, and fucking went floating and blah blah blah. I've sent my this year. No, is it maybe towards the end of last year and some of this year? Dude, shit's been so crazy. Like I sent my wife to Hawaii. I missed that vacation. I sent my family to North Carolina, or no, to I think I've sent my family to Florida twice, and I couldn't take any time off just because the fucking schedule was so fucked up. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've yet to get to the stage to where, like, even when I'm on a so-called fucking vacation, where I can actually shut my head off and fucking, you know what I mean, and not
Yeah.
actually be working while I'm fucking on vacation.
I used to be really good at it, really good at turning off work. Um, it's become harder and harder to do, which is odd because I work less now. But I used to be able to just fucking shut it off, and I could be in vacation mode super easy. I've always been a fan of like lots of little trips. Um, I'm not really a fan of like, I don't know if I would ever do like a 14-day trip, you know, like 5 to 7 days maybe is the max that I'm comfortable with. I like my life, and I'm not like, I don't want to run away from it. I enjoy it. I like building. I like problem solving. I like whatever. The things that I do in my life, I've set it up to enjoy my life quite a bit. So getting out of my norm and getting out of my routine and like being away from the gym, being away from work, being away from the computer, it's not that appealing to me. I like sightseeing and stuff like that, but um, I like little weekend trips. But I like a
Yeah,
lot of those. I like to do weekend trips as much as I can. But I used to be able to like turn work off really easily and just fucking not answer. I'm just not available on the weekend. Um, but the
yeah,
last maybe like 3 4 years, it's been hard for me to completely turn it off, and completely be present unless we're doing an activity. If we're like surfing or we're like, we did go-kart racing, a couple weeks ago. Like if we're doing an activity or taking the boat out, like if we take the boat out, I'm present. I'm like
yeah,
trying not to hit people and safety and all
yeah.
that shit.
Dude, we were on we took the boat out last night. I got done at 2, fucking got home, blah blah blah. We're on the water by like 4, and
Mm.
my old lady fucking, which I thought it was $300, but it was like 500 fucking dollars. She bought this fucking blow up slide that like attaches to the boat. So
Those
like
things are fucking expensive.
yeah, you
Like
climb
not
up it and you slide down
Yeah,
into the
yeah,
water. So we've
yeah,
got and then we've got one of those big, like, you know, 12 or 15-foot lily pads you roll out
yeah.
and the kids can
Uh-huh.
play on it. And,
Yep.
oh, fuck. I lost light. But anyway, my deal went out. But anyway, we're on the fucking water, and, I get a fucking phone call, dude. And I've got all that shit out. We're anchored,
Yeah,
we're in a cove, fucking got the giant blow up fucking slide out, got the fucking lily
yeah.
pad out, and fucking kids all being crazy and shit. And I get a phone
Mhm.
call, and it's like, yeah, we're down here by the dock, and we're needing some help. We seen your truck, and seen
Oh,
that you had a
shit. Called your
trailer.
number?
Yeah, and they called the
Yeah,
number on my truck because this
yeah,
she said my husband's stuck in a cove in a pontoon boat, and we were wondering if you could help us. And I'm like, fuck, dude. So I ended
damn.
up having to load up all that shit and fucking
Yeah.
drive like a couple miles
Shit.
away to pull some dude in a pontoon boat to shore.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that fucking
I couldn't
sucks.
be like,
That's You can't not do it
yeah.
because you know how bad that sucks if you're stuck.
Yeah. Well, fuck. I
Like
pay.
that's
I pay for fucking Ceto. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
My shit
You should
breaks
have
down every
texted them the
fucking
number
day.
with Cito. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, those things are expensive, man. I bought a couple. Well, I bought one. I think my wife got one for her birthday, and I bought one. But yeah, like fucking $350 for a little like 2-person, 3-person inner tube that you can tow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All the water stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
It's
So,
nuts.
dude, I can't even that. But that was. I thought about that. That's something to consider. You know what I mean? Like taking your work truck to the fucking lake
Yeah.
and then your phone number just being there for people to
Yeah.
call
Hit you
and
up.
have you rescue
Call for
them.
help. Yeah. That's pretty funny.
That's
That's
my
pretty
luck,
clever on
though.
their part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think to do that, like that's pretty funny. How did she get on shore? Husband stuck?
I have maybe she swam to shore or something.
Yeah. That's pretty good. All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up. So sometime in these next 5 episodes, we're gonna do like a pretty heavy accounting episode. I think we'll go into detail about like my accounting. We're trying to figure out the screen share thing, and we're having issues uploading it. But ideally, we do a screen share, go through the dashboard that I use for managing cash flow, and then maybe even do some sampling in QuickBooks. QuickBooks is a good system. It's confusing as fuck. Like if you just buy it or download it and you try to go on and use it, it's so confusing. Like it doesn't make any sense. It's not intuitive at all. The brand is Intuit, and it's like the least intuitive thing I've ever used. But once you figure out like a few tricks, it's not that hard to use. But so we'll do like an accounting episode, and then we've got to do a marketing episode. So I think on that one we're going to go through budgets. If I had $100 a month, what would I spend on, or 200, or 500, or 2,000, and maybe do like some mock up, but like real life scenarios on what I would spend on it personally versus what you could spend it on, because our spends are going to be different based on where we are. What works in different areas. Facebook is probably better in your area, good in mine, but Yelp is probably better in my area. So there's just going to be different things that we would spend on. Um, so we'll do a marketing dive, and then we're still good. We've got to do a sales mindset, sales. We've got to do a deeper dive on the sales
Yeah. Maybe
podcast.
we should probably find somebody to come on with that. I
Yeah,
think
it's a good
I think
idea.
sales is more about, well, I mean, it's kind of about, technically it's about erecting your own system that works for you specifically.
Yeah,
But I think it's psychology, and it's
a
fucking,
lot of psychology.
yeah, and it's figuring out what system works for you. Is it the fact that you have a pamphlet, and what is your sales tactic? Is your sales tactic to be an underbidder? You know what I mean? Is
Yeah,
it to fucking be competitive and around the same price that everybody else will be? Or is it to sell a paint job for more, than everybody else's, and fucking, or offer, a proposal for more and figure out how to still get the fucking job.
yeah. So these are all like in the
And that's not coming
people.
from a perspective of like, hey, I'm a fancy fucking, I'm an artist. It's not from that
Yeah.
perspective. It's from doing hey, a quality productive paint job for
Hmm.
more than what, you know, the
Yeah.
fucking local guys are going to do it for, and I'm not talking like 10 grand, 20 grand. I'm talking, hey, you might be a few $1,000s more on this or that kind of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely pick which place you want to be. Um, you can be the person that offers different ranges. Like for us, we don't ever do cheap work, but we'll do a more expensive version. Like we will price it at where I think it should be. Like this is what I think we should do to your house. If you guys are looking to try to be on a budget, like here are the corners you could cut and not have a shit job.
I stopped. I
You know?
used to do that. I used to itemize and give multiple tier pricing models,
Yeah.
but I stopped doing that because I've been talked into doing things improperly. And
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it. I'm not doing that anymore. The price is the
Yeah.
fucking price. You're paying for quality. You're paying for fucking experience. If you want cheaper, go fucking buy it somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's not what I
And
tell
that's a
them,
good,
but,
that's a,
but
yeah.
that, that's kind of
You
how
could
I
though.
erect my system out of doing it
Yeah.
like that is this is my fucking price. Like,
Yeah.
like,
So this is good. This is a conversation we can have,
yeah.
because mine is a little different, but I agree with both of them. So, but that's a good reason to get into that kind of conversation is, what kind of value proposition do you have? Where are you coming from? Where do you want to be? What do you want the perception to be of your company?
And
Do you want to be a fancy painter? Do you want to be a high quality painter who costs more, but they deliver? Do you want to be um, I've seen on Facebook this guy who has like a low grade package, a mid grade package, and a premium package. And they're fucking $20,000 difference in the range. Um, I don't agree with that kind of
yeah.
approach, but or are you a lowball guy? Are you trying to come in and just
Yeah.
I don't know, fucking pay your employees $12 an hour and slam out as many projects as you can? Skirt under insurance and workers' comp and see how long you can get away with it.
Yeah. I ate at the
All
Olive
different ranges.
Garden fucking, was it night before last? And one of their employees had a magnet on his car that said like painting and lawn care and cheapest prices in town. But that's
Yeah.
obviously he's working at Olive Garden. So
Yeah. It's not paying the bills. All right. Okay. Episode 20 in the books.
Did I talk about that fucking, that, so I got that job, like booked my first, like winter job that I can probably throw it in, November, December-ish or whatever. And, dude, it is, I wish I would have took pictures because it is so fucked up, dude. The last guy that did, I'm talking like crazy shit, like ceilings that are half rolled, like, hey, it's got like maybe 2 coats on the ceilings over here, and it's got like 1 coat over here, and then like huge uneven sections that were never touched, walls that were fucking rolled out and not cut in, doors that are painted on one side and not the other, paint blasted all over hinges and doorknobs. Dude, it's gonna make an awesome fucking erasing the previous painter episode. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna make a badass episode with that one because it is visually, it's gonna be easy to fix it all, but visually it is so fucked up.
Big difference.
Yeah.
How funny. Okay, well,
Alrighty. Yep. Fucking don't forget episodes 21 through, what is it, 25?
Yep.
We'll have only in the YouTube version if you want to participate. If you're an audio listener and you're hearing this, I would listen to episodes 21 through 25 if you want to try and win a gun and a spray extension. So I'm going to put them in there randomly. Each episode will have 2 letters, and you're going to have to be a fucking Scrabble Nazi to fucking figure it out.
Yeah, we're not going to do it on the podcast version. So if you're listening to this on podcast audio only, it's not going to be in there. We're not going to edit it into both of them. It'll just be edited into the YouTube version.
That's it.
All right, man. Later.
Later.
As always, please like our YouTube page. Give us 5-star only reviews on all podcast platforms. If you have questions or comments, send them over to hello@paintsniffers.com or on Instagram @paint_sniffers.
You can also watch the video version of the podcast on the Alpha Painting YouTube page. Go to playlists and it will be filed under Paint Sniffer Podcast. Via YouTube, you can write into QA@paintsniffer.com.
Thank you for listening to Paint Sniffer Podcast.